Shalom. Tomorrow we are going to read two parashiot, Mattot and Masei. With that, after that in the Arim, we will be together with our brothers in Eretz Israel, because until now they are one parasha ahead of us. Tomorrow, for example, they are going to read only Parashat Masei. And the reason for that is that the Shmini Shel Pesach in the diaspora was on Shabbat. So we read the parasha of the Yom Shmini Shel Pesach. They read the parasha of the Shavua. I forgot what it is. Tomorrow we are going to get together again and move forward, because in Shabbat Hazon, which is the Shabbat that precedes Tisha B'Av, we read always Parashat Devarim, always. So this is the story of that. Now, part of Parashat Mattot is that towards the end, the tribes of Gad and Reuven, they came to Moshe and they said that we want to stay in the east bank of the Jordan River, and because they had a lot of cattle, and they came and approached him that Gedrotzon לבני לקניינו וערים לבנינו, something like that. I'm not very accurate. And then we will go and we will fight with the Jews until all the land is conquered and it is divided among the tribes. Then we go back. And in fact, they did it incidentally. And Moshe Rabbeinu answered them that Benu lachem ערים לטפכים וגדרות לשונאיכם והישם פיכם תעשו. That first build cities for your children, and then places for your cattle, and whatever you committed yourself, you have to do. So here Rashi said that the Shvatim, the tribes, put more priority on their cattle than their children, while Moshe corrected that approach, and he told them that first you take care of your children and your families, and then you take care of the money. So here it is question of priority. So I wanted to take this concept. It is classical. There is nothing new in it. It is from Rashi, and many Mefarshim commented on that. I would like to elaborate on that, to include not only the spiritual Jewish life, but also issue of life in general. So basically the concept is we need to do most important things first, or first things first. So now, to know what first, we have to determine what is first things. For every person has a mission in life, and there are no two persons that they have the same mission. In fact, when Hashem Hayim, it is unique for every person. Not even identical twins have the same mission in life. They might have the same or almost same physical genes, but when it comes to their neshama, it's different. In fact, we do know that the neshama has several names. One of them is Yahidah. Hosham Kelev Shim Yet Kelev Yahidati, like they say David HaMelech, he called it Yahidah. So now the challenge of every person is to find out what is his mission in life. And everyone has mission. Like Hafetz Chaim always said, that Am Yisrael is like an army. Army does need generals, does need the colonels, does need the maintenance guys, does need the chef, does need cleaner, communication, handasa, and so on and so forth. Each one has mission, but together they are all very important. And without any component, the integrity and the effectiveness of the army will be jeopardized. And in fact, in the beginning of Book Bamidbar, we heard with the same thing the Torah said, called Bnei Gershon Gamhem. Gamhem means after he put them after Bnei Kehat. Bnei Kehat are the people that they carry the Aron, the Ark and the Menorah and the Shulchan, and most important, the most holy parts of the Mishkan. But Gershon, they carried the Ohel itself and the covering and the Amudim. The Torah made Gamhem means that they are as important as Kehatim. So everyone has a unique mission in life when he's living on earth. And in fact, Meslat Yesharim said that in the first part of it is that we have to always remember what is our mission in life. And from that, it stems what are the things that we have to concentrate on first. And it's not really easy because people do waste a lot of time and half their lives or most of their lives without knowing what was the purpose of the life. So I always read and reread a book that I really recommend to everyone. It is called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and it is written by Stephen Covey, C-O-V-E-Y. You can order it from Amazon. It's highly available. In fact, when I was in Israel, I saw it in Arabic. So and later on it says that it is translated to 36 languages. And basically, he said that it's the most important thing is to have a mission and write it down. And it should act like a map, like a blueprint for what is important in life. And then how to do it. And he gave a technique. He said that imagine yourself and on your 50th wedding anniversary, and your friend and your family and your colleagues at work want to throw a party to you. And what do you want them to say about you? Like, for example, in synagogue, what do your co-congregant you want them to say about you? Is he nice? Is he accommodating? Is he anav? Is he is knowledgeable in Torah? In business, is he straight shooter? Is he trickster? Is he does he want to add value at work? Does he bring the best out of his employees? Does he devote himself to his clients and to his bosses? The same, the wife, if he is his spouse, does he respect her or him, vice versa? How about his children? Did he bring the best out of them? Did he act like a patriarch? And if she acted like a matriarch rather than father and mother? And with that, we can come close to determining the mission of the mission of the person in life. And then after we determine that, we have to make sure that we are always going towards fulfilling that mission, because especially in this day and age with significant distraction from the media and from the street, it's very difficult to stay focused. And like, for example, all of us now we surf the internet for something, and then we get distracted. The 12 most livable city for retirements, or the 10 best restaurants in Bangkok. And we get decided to go to see what are they. Who cares? I mean, probably many of us will never go to Bangkok, or if they did, they won't eat in out in non-kosher, and so on and so forth. So here it is easy to distract because it is mindless. There is no effort that we have to exert ourselves to go to those places. However, so the other hand, it will take an effort to stay to stay focused, and this is the challenge for all of us. And Mr. Covey, he did have I'm sorry that I don't have a table for that. He did say that you can put on piece of paper, cut it into 4 squares, and put on the bottom left side not urgent, and in the top left urgent, and in the bottom on the left side put not important, and on the right side put important. So we have 4 squares. One of them is so the bottom left would be for not important and not urgent. So this is something like watching TV, like surfing the internet for without a purpose, idle chatting, and حسب حديلة talking سرارة, playing cards excessively, watching 3 headers football game on Sundays in the winter time. All these are bottom left, not urgent, not important. Above on the left top, it is urgent and not important. Like, for example, customer called, he wants question that can be answered later on or delegated to somebody in your organization. Checking email that are not necessary, many of them are spams, or any phone interruptions, or any one of the interruption that comes because of open door policy of some organization, that they come people with something that they should find on their own, or that somebody else can do it for us while we concentrate on other things. Now, on the top right, we have the urgent and important. This is like, for example, God forbid, sickness, got somebody in that got into car accident that we have to handle it immediately. Somebody had inspection, somebody of his subordinate got stuck at doing something and he needs urgent attention, otherwise the job cannot be done, or it will take much long time. Those are important and urgent. And the bottom right side is important and not urgent. So now, so here, this is something that, for example, studying Torah. Studying Torah it's important, but usually not urgent, except somebody has to look into something, Mila, when it is, if the boy is born Ben Shemashot, Friday immediately after sunset, Lo Alenu V'Lo Alechem Dinei Abelut, that pops all of a sudden, Dinei Sukkah, so on and so forth. Usually it is not. Building relationship between family members. This is important and not urgent. Like, for example, reading an article, professional article, like I'm reading, for example, medical article about advancement. This is something to develop the intellect, to talk to customers. What do you like about our product, and what you don't like it? What do you like to see in our practice? Something that we can improve. And all this is important and not urgent. So now, to be effective, we have to move people from the both not important and not urgent, move them to the square where it is important and not urgent. This is what makes the difference between effective person. Effective means that getting results, unlike efficiency, which meaning doing a job in most efficient with as less energy and resources as possible, but it cannot be effective. The effectiveness is getting the results. And when we talk about effectiveness here, is talking about our mission in life. What is what we are here on earth. We have 120 years, inshallah, but how we gonna spend it? And if we accomplish our mission towards Hashem, towards ourselves, our families, our congregants, our society, and humanity in general, or no? This is important. And it is, somebody said that if we move items from the square of not important and not urgent to the important and not urgent, to the important and not urgent, yes, it is like creating, making a day that consists of 25 hours rather than 24 hours. All of a sudden we'll find ourselves that we have a lot more time to do something that are really important. And also he put visually, he has the video. Basically he said that the big rocks, meaning that the most important thing that has to be put in the jar first, and and then smaller petals, and then sand, and then water. If once we have the important thing in first, then there will be time to do other things that they are fun, that they are necessary, that will make even the important thing more pleasurable and more doable. So the bottom line is that we have first determine what is important to us, and number two, we have to change the perception on what is important. Like for example, email. Many of them are not important. They don't need to be answered. They don't need to be read. And newspaper, you know, I bet you no one will pay a penny for newspaper for the news of yesterday at all. So that means it's not that important. And I'm always impressed with Rabbi Obadia Yosef, because he lived during World War II and the establishment of the State of Israel, and then several wars that the State of Israel faced until his passing 2 years ago. He said that they said that he never deviated from his study of Torah. This is his mission. He is Maran of Israel. He never wasted a second. He's focused, and that's what made him great. We need to create a plan that before we start, they identify what is important, what we are going to accomplish today and next week. Of course, always by Zrat Hashem. Always we have to ask for Siyata B'Shmaya that we should succeed. We have to sometimes we have to disconnect, meaning that we need to turn everything off and contemplate on where we are. In fact, where we are, and where are we in fulfilling our mission. And I mentioned before that I was in Radin, in the Shivat of Hafetz Haim that still exists, and it is highly recommended, very inspiring. Now it is a museum for art and craft, and I wanted to go to see the attic, because that's where the Hafetz Haim used to go very frequently to contemplate on what is he doing spiritually. So that is very important. Thank God Hashem gave us Shabbat, where it is time that we can do that, and we can do that, and not only that, we can enrich and strengthen the family relationship, and knowing and working on fulfilling our mission in life. So all in all, Moshe Rabbeinu is, of course, he is right. But what the Hadush is that because the Bnei Gad and Bnei Reuben, they put their money before their children, That's what obliged Moshe to say, "Vayosef ta'asu," that kind of he didn't trust them, that you have to fulfill what you said you are going to fulfill. If somebody knows his mission, he knows what is important, he works on that, everyone trusts him, and because he will never deviate. So Hashem, we ask Yatad Shmeya to open our eyes and our brain to what is important in life, and to help us fight the distraction, and hopefully will accomplish the mission that for which Hashem put us on Alei Adamot. Shabbat Shalom.